Hello, everyone, and welcome to round 13 of FZR Season 5. Today we are around China, and Alex, if you want to take us through a track map for today.
Hey guys, how's it going? Don't say I've got a lot of tennis today, I'm not gonna lie, but high spirits. Only a few rounds left in the championship, and China is the first for FCR recently, but tricky one, straight into turn one, straight right-hander, and it's a looping right-hander past turn two, then switch straight to a left in turn three and turn four, flat around turn five, into a little hairpin that is turn six, big left-hander turn seven, very high-speed corner, into a high-speed turn eight, then medium turn nine, medium turn 10, low speed turn 11, then a big loop in right hander yet again around turn 12, 13, and flat out main overtaking zone going into turn 14 with that DRS. Then rounds turn 15, and then medium speed turn 16 to finish off a lap around China. And yeah.
Quickly look at the standings then. Ferrari on 300 points, Williams on 192, Red Bull on 187. Red Bull being overtaken by Williams last round. Is Lewis Piper in today? I don't think he is. After he unfortunately broke his ankle. He said he might give it a go, but I don't think he's But yeah, let's quickly look then at the drivers. Sorry if I said drivers, I meant team constructor standings. Lewis Piper out in front. Phoenix looking to take that first position away today with a win. Jamal in P3, Templos P4, Striker Boy in P5, Lucas Charles P6, Old Hoss in P7. And I think qualifying is about to start. So yeah, some big names not in today. Obviously, we've still got the likes of Templos, Phoenix, Jamal in. So yeah, it's certainly still going to be an exciting race, China. Never done before, as you say, in FZR Racing League. But here we are today. Only 13 poor attendance. But that'll give some drivers a shot at some big points. Coppercoin is the first one out. Who's going to take
There we go. I'm going to say maybe Phoenix, but I think then Jamal will take him into turn one. Or maybe Templos, he's looking good.
Templos is looking very good. He posted his time trial time into the Discord, and it was like top 350, I think, something like that. So it'll be exciting to see what he can do today. The Sirius Coppercoin on his Outlaw.
Yeah, Coppercoin tier 2 driver. Pretty good in the points in tier 2. Been racing in tier 3 tier 1 for quite a while, and see what I can do today to try and get some points. Also, I think we are going to get the insights from Duras mid-race as well, so hopefully we can get him in at some points in the race to see how his drivers are doing. He's only got one driver today, which is Templos.
Yeah, Shao might join later though. But here we go, Coppercoin on the first flying lap around Chinese Grand Prix.
So we're going straight into the swooping right-hander. Could really catch you out, especially going straight to the left-hander. And flat out. And lovely, nice apex sitting there from Coppercoin. Could have probably pushed it a bit more to right to the other end of the track, but in the left-hander, straight into the right yet again. It's a very swervy track, can really catch out times, doesn't hit the apex like he would have liked to there, but keeps it going flat out. Here we go, then rounds out the final main few corners really for this lap, then into the hairpin, and that's the real last corner, with the final corner being pretty simple. Now through all the way down, DRS wide open all the way down to turn 14. There's brakes, nice, he spots his braking point, probably could have hit the curb a bit more to try and close his exit and prioritise it. But here we go, then rounds out the final main corner, and DRS wide open, Copper Coin is going to set a 135.2.
Yeah, let's see what Phoenix can put in. Obviously a big challenger for pole position as Brodo goes 2 seconds faster than Coppercoin. Phoenix around the final couple of corners. What can he set his first banker lap as Nova gets a 133.1. Phoenix 132.7. Fantastic lap from him there.
Whereas, yeah, Templos is setting my sectors at the minute. His sector times have been purple by a decent margin at the moment, so getting right in sector 3, and Templos could really find himself easy at the top today. Would be good to see him get a win, and at the moment I think it's his first ever winless season, so let's see if he can get a win in today. Only 2 rounds left after this one, so Templos, it's probably his best chance to stay with a low attendance. Still some big names attending though, James PT, Phoenix, and Jamal and Templos in the .3s. That is a fantastic lap time.
Yeah, 4/10 quicker than Phoenix, and Phoenix is absolutely rapid, so it just shows you what practice can do then. 10+ on provisional pole. What can Jamal do? Here we go then, up to the final corner. Jamal flips the curb nicely, rides the curb on exit into P4. Let's watch Striker Boy on his first flying lap. We'll go cockpit mode the whole way around.
Yeah, Striker Boy then. Been fairly consistent for most of the season. Been constantly up there, near top 5, top 6 type of zone. Here we go then. As he's done first few corners pretty nicely there. Round out turn 4, now turn 5, going into the hairpin, and it's a purple sector 1 for Striker Boy. And as Striker Boy got the pace of their challenge for maybe the front 2 rows and beat the Alfa Romeos. The Alfa Romeos sitting pretty nicely, P5, P6 yet again. Strong performance from Nova. Pretty close to the back of Jamal as well, so let's see if he can maybe push on, try and get the front 2 rows today. But Striker Boy, all eyes on you. Is it going to be another purple sector? I don't think it is. It's 52.7 though. It's still a good sector for Striker Boy. As now round out turn 13. Now all the way flat to turn 14 then. And he's going to grab the DRS halfway through this straight then. Up 200 and probably 6-7 miles an hour, and brakes nice, and gets straight back on the power, and lovely wax hairpin then, and rounds out the final corner, and DRS wide open. Striker Boy is going to go P6, beats Nicky Robbo, just behind Nova.
Yeah, no one else on a lap. Kev the Slice just preparing for his next flying lap. yeah, I think today, if you finish the race, you've got a good shot of being in the points due to poor attendance. So, gonna want to stay consistent, keep it on the track, and you should be able to score some points for the team.
I think Kev, I'm not sure if he's coming to the pits on this lap. No, he is on a lap. So DRS them. And into the first corner we go, right-hander. Pretty tricky to find your racing line, but Kev has got a pretty nice one by the looks of it. But now past turn 4 now. And now into turn 5. Right. And did it pretty nicely. Now on turn 7, he's gone off the power. I think he probably could have used a bit more there, but that's safer than sorry then. But now rounding out turn 9 and turn 10, and on the power, on the curb. Don't want to be getting too much curb there, otherwise we'll send your ears a bit funny. But right-hander then, and that's really gonna put you on the straight. Let you just gather your thoughts all the way down to turn 14. Then 15, then the last corner that is turn 16. But the first time I've ever done this in Estadar, and Templos is topping the timing sheets by quite a long way. 4 tenths is currently the gap to Phoenix. That is a huge margin, and Phoenix is going to want to be getting on the gas as Kevin Slice aborts his lap time. We have a few more. Nova, everyone's really on laps at the front. Phoenix then is going to really want to improve. He's gained only a 10th in Sector 2. Is there anything to gain in Sector 3? I think there's been a spinner of the Alfa Romeo, and I think that's Nova Gibson on his lap. That is unlucky.
Yeah, a bit wiggly
But
from Phoenix on the exit there, but he's going to cross the line. What is it going to be? He does improve on his time and closes the gap to 2 tenths to Templos and P1. 3.5 tenths up is James PT. This could see him overtake Phoenix. Can he gain any more in the final couple of corners? Put it on provisional pole.
James PT then seems to have the pace. Let's see if he can challenge Templos in the later stages of qualifying, but he needs to get this lap time in though. Crucial to maybe get past Phoenix and see himself on the podium. But James PT crosses the line and does put it into P2 by only 1,000th. How close can you get?
Jamal practically 4 tenths up then. Can he do the same and displace Phoenix and James? Needs a couple tenths in the final couple of corners. Onto the long back straight now. I feel like we're going to see a lot of overtakes on this section of track in the race.
As Natch Pauling grabs a 5th place grid penalty for a collision with Brodo. I'm not sure what happened there, but Jamal needs to get a lap time in to try and stop James PT getting on the podium yet again. He still hasn't got a podium this season, James PT, but he's still had the pace to do so. But Jamal puts it in P2 after a very nice lap, only a 10th behind Templos, and the pace there is still in Templos' favour.
Striker boy then on his second flying lap. What can he produce in that Aston Martin?
Can Striker boy get to the back of Nova Gibson and get into the front start on the 3rd row? Just pipping Nova Gibson, and he's 2 tenths on his lap time. Generator in P7 on an alt today, so I can actually get in the lobby. But 2.5 tenths up, and he's going to look to do it then. Striker Boy just keep this time in the third sector and try and gap Nova Gibson as much as he possibly can, but onto the big long straight then. Not the fastest in a straight line, doesn't seem by his setup, we've seen faster by a few miles per hour, but Striker Boy brakes, go into the final two corners, gets on the power, and he's going to round out the final corner now. And can Striker Boy gap Nova Gibson, then DRS wide open across the line? He does so, and that's by 0.2 of a second. Nice lap from Striker Boy, that's much needed, and let's see if he can get his head down and try and close the gap to Phoenix, James PT, Jamal, and maybe Templos.
Yeah, going to see most drivers coming back out of the pit soon to complete their final flying lap. 4 minutes to go in the session. Kevin Slice, the only one on a lap at the moment, is 2.5 tenths up. Got to gain that bit more to get into P8.
Yeah, another setup what doesn't seem to be fast in the straight line, as I don't think, oh, he is deploying, but didn't even reach, well, barely reached 200 miles an hour there, so must be faster in the corners, but he's going to struggle in the race to get some overtakes done. But DRS wide open is invalidated on the final corner, oversteps his mark and was down on his time anyway. So is Striker Boy.
Striker Boy on his own lap anyway, so. Copper coin then. What can he do?
There's DRS then. Doesn't seem to be deploying, as might be a 2-lap invalidation.
Right on board with Mercedes then, so B starts deploying. And yeah, there we go.
There's Natch Paulin then. In the Mercedes, got his first podium in Tier 2 last week, and let's see if he can get some points in Tier 1 today for Mercedes, with Genator, his teammate, currently sitting in P7, but onwards and upwards for Mercedes then. Genator getting a seat for Mercedes in Tier 1 next season. Natch Paulin is currently 0.2 up on his pastime. He's going to have to gain just slightly more than that to pip out Kevin Slice and get in the top 10. Maybe get his head down and try and catch up to Brodo. But he's looking a tiny lap so far from Natch Paulin. And get the power down. And we'll see how much you've gained. When you come to the timing line, it's 0.5. That is quite a lot, and this is going to see him up there at the moment. And we'll see if we can gain a little bit more in Sector 3 to try and get maybe Icky Robbo put himself in the top 8. That would be a lovely result for Natch Paulin onto the straight then, flat out until the DRS get that extra, I think it's 20 kilometers per hour. There's a high speed setup for you. Then rounds out the final hairpin and goes slightly wide, slightly deep, and hits the curb, but rounds out the final corner now. Can Natch Paulin put it in the top 9 as he crosses the line? Not close enough, lost time in Sector 3. Unlucky Natch.
I think Genator's down, so right on board with Templos as we see what he can do. Can he extend on his time to Jamal? Already on provisional pole. Just going to want to gap him as much as possible. So here we go, Templos.
Yeah, Templos. Let's see if he can keep gaining then. Wasn't able to gain on his last lap as he was down in time in Sector 2. I think the car behind is a Ferrari, going to look to get a slipstream, and I think that's Phoenix actually getting a slipstream, so we'll see how he manages with that. But Jamal also behind gaining, and James PT gonna look to gain as well, as he is currently up on his time setting purple sectors, and the time is now up. So this is your time now. Can Templos, James PT, Jamal, Phoenix, they're all still in it on their final laps. Templos, I think, is going to have to gain to certify pole position here, and let's see if he can do. But because the timing line is down in sector 2 by 3/10, so I don't think he's going to improve then, and I think that's really going to be it for Templos.
Yeah,
it's
it moves
pretty
out of the
impossible
way,
to gain
so
that much time.
Phoenix can't get any slipstream whatsoever. Down to Phoenix now. Can he grab pole position? Can even Jamal, who is behind Phoenix, gain anything on his P2? James PT.
It's James PT. Oh, what a lap. 32.2. I saw him improving. He was actually down
Phoenix
in sector
round.
1, gained in sector 2.
Phoenix is round. So it's no
All
pole
eyes on
position
Jamal.
for Phoenix. What can Jamal do? Temples into the
Yes,
pits.
here we go then. Rounds out the final corner. Jamal, can he take it then? This is his final chance. And no, he can't. He gains, but it's not enough. He keeps P3. And it's a pole position for James PT here in China. What a result.
Yeah, fantastic work from James PT. We've seen his speed in the F2 races, and he's translated it into a result in F1. Fantastic work from James, as always. He takes pole position at Shanghai.
Now Phoenix only needs to score 7 points to retake the lead of the championship. Templos is going to set sights of a win today, surely. P2, he wasn't able to improve on it. That was only his first lap time, so unlucky not to get another good time in. I think it's too late for Templos to get in the prize pool range, but yeah, that's it. Qualifying over. James PT is on pole for the first time.
Well, yep, there we go. James PT on pole, 10 plus. In P2, Jamal in P3, Phoenix in P4, and Striker Boy finishing out the top 5. James PT with 132.285. That is a fantastic lap time.
Magnussen has made up places at the start, but here comes Sebastian Vettel!
Right then, best of luck to all the drivers out here today as we get ready for the race. Go on, Alex, usual.
See, poses are out yet again. Standing strong in China.
Yeah. James PT on pole position. Is he going to maintain it into turn 1? It's a long right-hander. It's tricky to pick your braking zone. Can't speak. Like Miss Milbourne. But here we go.
It slides out and away we go. James PT doesn't get away that cleanly, but Templos isn't able to capitalise into turn 1 after a very slow start from Phoenix. Jamal both dropping positions, and Striker Boy is trying to get them both. As here we go, then round the outside goes Striker Boy. He's going to have the inside line going into turn 6, and surely he's going to get his position done. Down the inside he goes, and does he take P3? Yes, he does. That's a lovely move from Striker Boy. I'm not sure why there was a formation on that, but Oh well, we'll cover that later on. But James PT has got away amazingly with Templos in behind. James PT both on the hards. Striker Boy is on the medium, so that's why the pace is in his favour. But James
Ooh,
PT
the
gapping
Haas
by 6 tenths.
He's off the track. Got on the curb, spun himself round. Yeah, I'm not sure why there wasn't a formation lap there, but we are underway in Shanghai. James PT gets a dream start and he's pulled 8 tenths out of Templos.
Ooh, that's a Ferrari. That's a Ferrari, and that's Phoenix. He spun round onto the straight. He lost it all on the curb. I've just seen him wiggle his points all the way. He's only getting 1 point at the moment. He's going to have to get his head down and try and gain as much as he can. But his teammate is going to be trying to close that gap in the championship, especially with Lewis Piper not here as well. That makes it interesting for the championship. But lap 1, Templos gaining in set 3, and he's only 2 tenths behind in P2. But Striker Boy is in P3. Jamal in P4, Nova Gibson in P5 yet again, and Genator in P6, Kevlar Slice P7, Natch Paulin in P8, Coppercoin in P9, Phoenix after that spin on lap 1 is in P10.
Yeah, very unexpected start there without the formation lap, but Templos is sticking to the back of James PT. Phoenix unfortunate with the spin, losing 6 positions, but he's going to hopefully win them all back. I can't speak today. Not that many drivers here today.
Just needs to get 7 points on the board to get P1 in the standings.
So there we go, he's already got
And
one back
take
up.
the lead again. There we go, yeah. 2 points gaining at the moment. Needs to gain a few more positions, get himself maybe in the top 6 just to certify it, but
Kev goes very wide there, and that allows Nat Paulin
so-
in the Mercedes to get down the
so
inside.
it's just James PT. There's a few drivers gone wide there. And struggling for traction on the first few laps, if they're on hard as well. Kevlar Slice is going to want to get a move done into the hairpin and try and get that position back, but can't get it, isn't close enough without the DRS. Templos is actually getting overtaken by Striker Boy as he goes down the inside in the final corner, and Striker Boy gets that position done. But can Templos fight back going into turn 1? It's a long right-hander. It will be his inside line as Phoenix has set the fastest lap as Templos gets that position back, goes side by side, these two drivers going into turn 2, now turn 3. Templos is going to have the inside line. Striker Boy with the outside line, touching, going out of turn 4, and Striker Boy gets the position. That's a lovely move from Striker Boy, but that's brought Templos out of a second to James PT, and so is Striker Boy as well. But he's going to want to get his head down and try and get this lead, because Striker Boy could be in contention. He is on the mediums though, so in it for a short run, and will be struggling in the second stint.
Yeah, big battle here between the Mercedes of Nat Paulin, Kevlar Slice and Phoenix. Phoenix got briefly past Kev, but he's back down into P9. He's not going to want to lose, sorry, a lot of time behind these cars is Phoenix, as he wants to be up at the front. And he makes a lovely dive bomb, Kevlar Slice there, up into P8.
Yep, 4 points gained at the moment. He's going to get his head down, get Natch Paulin and Genator, both reserve drivers, and surely he's going to get him with ease with DRS as well. He's going to be gaining to the Mercedes, but won't be close enough at the moment, as I think James PT is spun round. Oh no, James PT winning it after an incredible qualifying, incredible start. He's now down in P10, now P11, and Striker Boy takes the lead after that incident. Oof, wow, that is unbelievable. Striker Boy is in the lead, and I think it's for the first time this season the Aston Martin is out front, but Striker Boy, after a great move on Templos, Jamal still clinging on behind. He's into the lead. We're on the mediums. He's going to struggle in the second stint for pace, but unlucky for James PT yet again. Mistake costing him some crucial points there, maybe a podium.
Yeah, Phoenix as well.
And maybe even a win.
Straight. Got past Nat Paulin, so that's up to P6 after his poor start having a spin. Phoenix back into P6.
He's already on the back of Gen 80. He's absolutely rapid at the moment. Don't want to be making any mistakes as Feinkainen is spinning it out at the back, all by himself in at the start of sector 2. But all eyes on Phoenix then to try and get back in the top 5 and get some crucial points on the board, which will take him easily to the top of the standings. Number 49. Is he going to take the championship this season? It's going to be a close one. Can't be making any more mistakes like that though.
Yeah, Jamal
He's onto the straight.
is 3.5 times behind Templos. I don't think he's going to be able to make the move, but here we go with Phoenix.
Down the inside then, going into the hairpin, and that's a lovely move. Nice switch of positions there. I think Gen 80 really knows Phoenix isn't the battle there. Doesn't want to be causing too much of a stir up. Going to try and stay within a second on the next lap just to protect him and try and gain as much as he can to the cars ahead. But Phoenix, fastest lap. As Nova is actually still clinging on in the top 4. To the front 3, we'll see how quick Phoenix can reel these guys in, but all pretty nicely matched pace at the minute. They're all going to have DRS, and that's going to take them away from Phoenix on the straights, but mainly in the corners then for Phoenix to try and keep getting these fastest laps and challenge maybe for the race win in the second stint.
Yeah, Nova on the hards as well. Has he got the pace to keep up with the top 3? Phoenix and James BT will obviously come back in to the charge, but Nova, I thought we were going to spin out then, but Nova is certainly clinging on in P4. Who's that Ryan? Is that Brodo?
I think that is Brodo at the back, in P12, unlucky for Brodo, and I think that's just going to take his chance of points out unless there's an incident. Templos then just clinging on to
James BT up into P9. Nice easy move before the straight.
Now the aim for James BT is probably just try and get within the top 6 again. From here that'd be a good result, but Templos going to sit in.
Big dive bomb there on Kev the Slice. Kev the Slice just gets with better traction on an exit. Back up into P10. That was very late move from Icky Robbo. Plays in the DRS. Into turn 1, they're still side by side. Icky's going to get that inside line though, and I think he's going to get the move done on Kev the Slice, but Kev is sticking it and trying to stick it as much as he can, and now he's going to have the inside line for the next corner. Still side by side all throughout this first sector. Kev the Slice
still side by side.
Still side by side.
Icky Robbo got the inside line for the next corner then, but I think the outside line might be more dominant. But no, Icky Robbo is now going around the outside yet again. He's going to have the inside for the next corner. Icky Robbo all the way around this track. He's still side by side, these two. They cannot help it. They're loving it at the moment. I don't know if they're magnetically together or something, but at the moment, they're still side by side. Icky Robbo is going to have the inside line, but let's not forget, he's going to get past it. They're still going side by side, going onto the straight. After getting a little wiggle from Icky Robbo. And yeah, I think Icky will have the DRS then. He's going to see onto the straights. No, Kevin's got a DRS. That's going to send him down the inside at the at the penultimate corner. But here he goes, down the inside. Has he finally got a move done? Is Icky Robbo going to try and cause something yet again? I don't think he can. Now there's a hectic lap of side-by-side battling for the full lap. And fair play to these two drivers, all for 1 point at the end of the day. Every point matters. But Templos is getting close to the back of Striker Boy. 4 tenths is the gap at the moment as Icky Robbo is coming back yet again. I mean, yeah, Kevin Slice, still go side by side. Still side by side. I don't know if it's going to be like this for the full race, but he's now got the inside line. And the same old story. Not this time. Kevin Slice gets back through. But oh no, here we go again. Icky. It's going round the outside.
Looking for the switchback.
And
Kev gets the better traction. Yeah.
Whereas we could focus back on the front now, surely. But Phoenix has reeled in Nova Gibson already, and Nova is going to drop out of DRS, it seems, on the next straight. Yeah, just not in at the moment, and that's going to cause Phoenix to have a great chance of getting back past them. Here he goes back onto the straights. This is for P4 from pretty much theoretical last at one point, was Phoenix after that spin. He's going to go easily down the inside. And that's a lovely move for Phoenix to get done, get his head down, try and catch up to his teammate and outscore him.
Yeah,
and that's going to be the main aim.
Not going to want to fight it too hard. He knows if he can stick in the DRS of Phoenix and pull him back along within the DRS range of the front three, that's all he could ask for. He knows he's not going to challenge Phoenix for the race win unless something happens. But Nova comfortably in P5. Is it going to be another P5 result, 4 in a row for Nova Gibson?
I think his main aim is probably going to try and get maybe Striker Boy when he goes onto the hard compound. He's going to struggle. But yeah, it's going to be another consistent one there for Nova.
Yeah, 10 plus on the hard compound tyres compared to Striker Boy on the mediums. Can we see 10 plus's first win in FZR Season 5? Two-time champion. Can he get his first win?
As he always drives with such maturity in that car, and he's always up there 10 plus, rarely makes a mistake since the start of the season. After his bad spell of results, came back in the second half of the season and it's just impressed. But we'll see what he can do then in this race to try and win it. Keeping Jamal behind at the moment in the DRS. Phoenix is now caught up to the back of Jamal as well. But can Jamal actually make a move? He's getting very close to the back of 10 plus. He's going to go right on the outside, going into this pulling ultimate corner, and isn't going to be close enough, I don't think. On this occasion, he's going to have to slightly get a bit closer than that, especially with 10 plus in the DRS. But we'll see what we can do then.
Icky Robbo. They're going side by side again, Icky Robbo and Kev the Slice in the first sector. I think Kev just manages to keep it, so he'll focus back on the battle for P1. Four-way battle for now. As
yeah,
Icky gets it back on Kev.
Phoenix getting close to his teammate now, to just under 3/10 at some points, at most points going into corners. But onto the straight then, Phoenix, can he make a move on his teammate then? On lap 1 made a mistake, putting him down in P11, has gained all positions back in such a short space of time, but on this occasion Jamal is just got the straight line speed to stay ahead, and same old story then for another lap as James PT makes a move on Natch Paulin and gets it in P7. Is getting close at the front still, but I think that the DRS train is going to affect it as Coppercoin just getting past Icky Robbo.
I think Coppercoin's lagging
I think,
a bit there.
Yeah. And yeah, a bit all over the place. And Icky Robbo back in P9, but we'll see what happens at the front again. Another lap Is 10 plus close enough to try and get a move done? 4 attempts is the gap, just doesn't get the better exit yet again, drops down another 10th going into the straight, and just in the first part, I think Striker Boy deploys, then just saves. I don't know, it's all part of the mind games. But yeah, another lap, same positions for the front few.
It's pretty much standstill around that first corner for 4 cars. As James PT gets past Generator in the first sector. James PT will be joining the back of these 4 very, very soon. There's no
Yeah, he's at the pace.
He's just waiting to pick up the scraps. Any spins, any mistakes?
I think we're going to bring in Aspect, the McLaren team principal. Aspect, P11 and P12 for your drivers at the current moment. Just give us your thoughts on how your race has gone so far. Aspect.
Sorry about that. It's going well. I think with 2 Tier 2 drivers competing up there for the point. Broda was unfortunate with the spin, I think it was, and Kev's unfortunate with Copper Coins lagging, which is lagging in ahead and behind. But they're both doing well. Strategy could come into play with the medium and the hards, and hopefully we can get a few points out of the race.
Yeah, good to hear. Like I said in the second stint, how do you expect your cars to run? As Kev is on the hards as well. Both cars on the hards and Coppercoin on the medium, so surely in the second stint we should see some good pace from your guys.
Yeah, we can hope so. We can. I think both the drivers are quicker than Coppercoin on the same tyres, so I think with opposite compounds and us on the quicker tyres, I think we should be able to get at least 1 point out of this race and hope for a safety car or some crashes up ahead to maybe try and get us a few more. And the pace should be a lot quicker and on low fuel tanks as well, so pace should be good.
Yeah, I know. 2 Tier 2 drivers though, still competing up there, so it's good to see. But yeah, definitely this season is about maintaining. Next season is all yours. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us in this mid-race interview, and hopefully we'll see you in after the race.
Thank you.
Very much.
As we also have Chris W, the Ferrari team principal.
Hello.
Hello.
Chris,
Your
I
driver,
mean, at the
Jamal.
moment, Jamal is going down the inside of 10 plus, still going side by side, going into the final corner. Brought you in at a perfect time here, as 10 plus just keep it at the moment, but your drivers currently P2 and P3 with Striker Boy just coming into the pit lane. Still attacking, but just give us your thoughts on what's going on so far.
I mean, the race has been crazy. I think I saw Phoenix come all the way from the bottom of the scoreboard, or the thing, and I'm honestly very happy with how they are right now. 2-3. Obviously, they're gonna pass 10 plus. I mean, we're so much better than Red Bull, but it's only a matter of time when Jamal passes them. But I'm very impressed with Striker Boy. He was, I mean, leading the laps for a while now. But I guess he's gonna still lead after, hopefully. And he has a better hard tires. And I'm talking about Striker Boy because he wants to come to Ferrari. Now, if he wins this race, I will sign him. But if my Ferraris, I mean, if Jamal wins this race, then I'll still try to extend with Jamal. But it's gonna be a very interesting race. I mean, 10 plus is getting chased by the 2 red arrows.
Always think Jamal is just got a bad exit there, and that's going to compromise him on the straights, and that gaps him to 10 plus. And Phoenix obviously can't get last two, but same positions on a different lap. But yeah, all about Striker Boy then, if he comes out of the pits ahead or not. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see how this one pans out, and hopefully we'll see you after the race as well. And,
For sure.
yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Just saw Jamal make that crucial mistake. It's actually took him out of a second. Still got DRS for one more lap, but Templos extending his gap then, and Phoenix knocking the door of his teammate behind. So no more mistakes from Jamal, otherwise his teammate is going to gobble up the scraps. But yeah, the horses are flying high at the moment.
Yeah, when we first brought Aspect in as well, we saw Nova Gibson have a little spin that dropped him 3 positions. Still running in P6 though, yet to go onto the medium compound tyres. See what kind of pace he can have,
Yeah.
can recover those positions.
Since we brought him in as well, both his drivers currently in the points again, P8 and P10. P8 for Kev and P10 for Brodo, so looking good at the moment for the points for McLaren. But at the front, Jamal does get DRS on this occasion. That's going to keep him safe from his teammate behind, and that is pretty crucial for his championship hopes. Still in it, theoretically, but he's going to need Phoenix to make a big error and outperform him in the next 2 rounds. But all eyes on Phoenix then, going to take the lead of the championship after this race. If the car's on Jay's PT, running nicely in P4, still not pitted though. And yeah, we'll see how some pans out. Genator also in P5, but I think Nova has pitted.
Jamal's in.
There's no Nova hasn't pitted. Genator
James
is on
PT's had a
track.
spin.
Oh dear, not again. So that promotes Genator into P4, but let's see how Jamal gets out of the pits, hopefully into no traffic. But crucially, is he going to be ahead of Striker Boy? Striker Boy now coming down the main pit straight, and here we go then. I think Jamal, this is going to be pretty close, but Striker Boy is going to get past. That is pretty close. He is on the hards as well, but let's see how fast he can warm up their mediums and start a hunt and chase down on Striker Boy. Just out of a second at the moment. Let's see if his tyres can come to light in the second half of this lap. But Jamal is looking pretty decent at the moment for a good result,
Oh,
especially this
Nova
close
again.
to Striker Boy. Oh no, Nova Gibson in PA now is consistent. P5's performances might come to an end now. In P9 he's got to have a good comeback charge, but we'll see how he does in the latter stages of the Grand Prix. But at the moment we're running Templos, then Phoenix, and Phoenix is actually gaining a lot on Templos in the final sector, nearly pushing him around the final corners.
The Templos pits. Oh,
Oh, that was close.
that was very close. Thought we were going to
He's
smash him over then.
It's outbraked as well, coming to the pit lane, so he might lose a bit more time there. But I think it's probably a good decision for Templos to stay out with all that madness, and especially if Jamal and Striker by the fight, but Kevin Slice is into the pits, so just in between. But Striker Boy is set a fast lap, and that might mean his lead might come back. As the gap to the leader from Striker Boy is about 22 seconds, 21.9 at the moment, and he's gaining ever so slightly at the moment every sector. But only driver not to stop is Templos, Genator and Icky Robbo, and the rest have got stops, and I think we'll see Templos box this lap to try and protect his position, but at the moment I think Templos might come out just ahead of Phoenix and challenging Jamal, but we'll see, as I think the main aim for Templos is to get ahead of maybe Jamal, but he's losing time on his lap to the pits as Jamal is close to the back of Striker Boy. So if he's battle, it might just, you never know, bring Templos ahead, as Jamal now onto the straight is gaining, even without the DRS. He's so close already, a 10th coming into the corner. I think he's going to get it done by the apex, so that's going to surely just keep his trap position. And there we go, Jamal has got past Striker Boy under DRS on the penultimate corner. That's lovely move for Jamal to get done, and now all eyes on Templos. See where he's going to come out, and here we go, he's coming out the pit lane now. He's got the pit lane off. Where's he going to come out? Is he going to be ahead of Phoenix? As I think he's coming out behind all of them, as no, Phoenix is now going down the inside. And whoa, side by side with the Ferrari, and I think he's going to come out behind now. Yes, Phoenix does get ahead, and he's going to get his head down as soon as he can to try and regain the seconds lost. But from P2 to P4, all lost within a pit stop, and staying out that few laps, Tomato just took it away from him. Maybe should have boxed earlier, but Templos is now in P4. Everyone has stopped in this race, as there we go then, Phoenix down the inside. That's a lovely move from Phoenix to get past Striker Boy there. First one of the race, I'm pretty sure, apart from when two were side by side earlier for a full lap, but apart from that, that is the first move I've seen there.
Yeah, nice move from Phoenix. So Ferrari 1-2. Chris W very impressed with his team and how they've raced so far. Phoenix, great recovery from the opening lap. Duras wants an interview.
Duras, I mean, Templos has just lost the positions in the pit lane strategy, but just give us your thoughts on what's going on in your race at the moment, currently in P4. But just give us your thoughts.
Hello everybody. In the first stint, Templos had a problem that was called Striker Boy.
Here we go. Templos is actually going to make a move on Striker Boy. Is it going to be a reverse commentator's curse this time for you? He's going to go around the outside of Striker Boy, and surely he's going to get his move done on the medium tyres. He's now got the inside line for turn 3, bit of contact there, but Templos does get through and into P3, and the Ferraris are fighting ahead, but it's looking on the upside for Templos though in the second stint. But
we were planning throughout the whole week that the medium stint is going to be crucial for the race. At the beginning of the race, we were still gambling on putting the medium stint first and then the hards, but we thought that the hards would be the better choice. But we might be faster than the Ferraris on the mediums. Our tests before the race, at least, showed us that we should be faster than the Ferraris.
Oh, here we go. Phoenix, he's got the DRS. He's going to try and go side by side and cause a challenge. Here we go. Down the inside, Phoenix. He's went from a spin on the first lap. And there we go. He's taken the lead on lap 18. Didn't take him as long as I thought it would. But there we go. Phoenix takes the lead. And Templos is going to gobble up the scraps in the next few laps if these keep fighting. But 5% of the gap is closing at the moment.
I think Templos has the chance still to win this race. He has the pace for it, but of course the Ferraris are hard to beat. These drivers are just unbelievable, but I think now we figured out a way how to get close to these boys. In terms of setup, we have done a lot of work on this weekend for the setup. We didn't manage to get a setup that's good for the hard stint. That's why Templos lost a little bit of time in the hards. But this setup shows more effect on softs and mediums. So I think we have still the chance to be at the front.
Yeah, good to hear. 10 plus currently. Just gained a few tenths on Jamal, and Jamal is going to be out of DRS by the looks on the next lap, but it's going to have it, I think, just in on this lap. So yeah, he does get that way open. But yeah, thank you very much, Sean, and we'll see you after the race. Do it. And we'll hope the best for 10 plus to maybe try and win this race. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Here we go, Brodo looking to make the move on Copcoin with the DRS on the back straight. Brodo now nicely up into P9.
As yeah, 10 plus. Jamal is currently out of DRS, and oh, it's just got back in. We'll see if he is by the straight, but he's losing time at the moment to his teammate.
Side by side here, Icky Robbo and Nats Paulin gets the move. Is that Phoenix? Phoenix in the gravel.
Oh no, Phoenix yet again, another mistake, a sloppy one in this race. From lap 1, he was at P10, P11, he's gained all the positions back, was in the lead this race, he's done it again, he's spun round again, and now 10 plus. He's in prime position to maybe win this race on the medium. He's got the pace on Jamal, it seems, on the last few laps, and 10 plus could really see himself winning yet again this season. Hasn't won so far, and we'll see if he can. He can do it yet again. The 10 plus class, is it back here in China? He's had the pace all weekend long, 4 tenths, 3 tenths. He is closing fast on Jamal. He's going to have the DRS with Jamal out of it. He's going to suffer. Is this move going to be into turn 1? Is he going to challenge the Ferraris already? There's both very low on the battery, but he's going to have to stay behind for another few corners at least. But 10 plus, this is his time now here in season 5 to get his head down and maybe finally win a race this season. Duras came in earlier, and last race we saw the commentator's curse he had on his team, but this time it's going pretty well from him. But at the moment, 10 plus, he's looking great. 3 tenths is the gap. He can easily get that on the straight if he keeps this gap. And here we go then, rounding out the final corners before the big long overtaking zone. Needs to gain in these next few is on the brakes. He's going to go around the long right-hander. Let's see if he can gain anything. As there we go, he's lost time yet again. We've seen him suffer for traction going onto the straight, and I think he might be a bit too far behind on this occasion. 5 tenths, closing DRS. As let's see if he can get past to maybe cause a little dive bomb. Can he be like Daniel Ricciardo around China? Is not quite, but he's a lot closer this time going into the final corner, just under 2 tenths of a second. As here we go, and he's very, very close, actually using everything he's got going into turn 1. 10 plus in the Red Bull. Duras is going absolutely wild right now, but into turn 1, 10 plus takes the lead again in season 5 for the first time. Is it this time he will win a race? As 6 laps to go now. Can 10 plus win it? Needs to gain as much as he can to Jamal behind. He's got no battery left, but so has Jamal as well. He's trying to get as much as he can, both recharging, both blinking on the back. But 10 plus is into the lead on lap 22.
Yeah, great to see 10 plus back on top. He's got to hold on for these last 6 laps. I think he will be able to do it though. He's got the pace. Jamal, he's got to try and stick in that DRS for as long as he can. Phoenix, I think he's only gained a couple tenths on those front 2 after that spin. I think James PT is even gaining on him. Jamal has more straight line speed than 10 plus, I think, so in the DRS. Let's see how much he gains.
Yeah, Jamal, 10 plus, it's not enough. And is it going to be another move into turn 1? Let's see if Jamal can gain enough. But it was under nearly 2 tenths when 10 plus got the move done. It was well earned, he's got to say, on the last few laps. After that Phoenix mistake, 10 plus is always there. Consistency is key, consistency is king. Is that James PT spinning in set 3? Yes, it is. Striker Boy's up to P4, and James PT spinning again. And Generator is up to P5. That's a great result for the Mercedes driver. And he's still spun. Is it into the wall? Is it just going to be a stage car? He's just struggling to get it back straight. Hopefully, there's no safety car, because that's for 10 plus his sake. But yeah, gets it back on track.
Oh, he's round again. Here we go. It's going to technically be a double move here for Nova Gibson. Can he get Brodo, sorry, into turn 1, round the outside, side by side again. A little bit of contact between the two. No damage, I think, though. Nobody's going to have to wait for a later part in the lap, but we'll still keep on board. As James PT has lost it all, lost all the positions.
I mean, at least he's finally got it in a straight line. Let's see if he can get some. Yeah, points are really out of the window at this point.
He's wrong with.
Oh god, no. It's all going bad. He just seems to not be able to get a podium in FZR, no matter how much consistency he can try and have in qualifying. He always has the pace, but
yeah, he's unbelievable in
the
F2.
race.
F2, he wins it all. Him and 10 plus up there. But here we go then. Is Nova gonna make the move on Brodonel up to P8? P6 so far, fantastic result for my drivers. P6 and P9. Can Nova, make it into P8? Gonna have to be a late dive bomb. Opts to stick behind.
Ooh.
Brodo goes very deep though. Bit of a wiggle from Nova as well.
So wins turn 1. Late switch to the inside for Nova. Is going to be outside when he goes round the long swooping left. As into turn 3. That's a lovely move from Nova. These two battling like hammer and song, but at the moment it's in Nova's favour. 10 plus is gaining on Jamal, and 7 tenths is the gap. Both of them saving ERS, both on similar ERS, and another lap, and 10 plus is still ahead.
Yeah, nice exit on the couple corners. We know how strong 10 plus is through the last. The traction he gets is unbelievable. Look at how much he pulls away there from Jamal. Makes it almost impossible to get past. Can we see 10 plus win his first race in season 5? I'd be over the moon for him, to be honest.
He's always in positive spirits, always respects a battle with another driver, and is honestly one of the greats who has brought this league right to the top.
Been here from the start. 10
yeah,
plus is a
every
beautiful
single.
man, I do agree, Lucas Sharps. Top banana. As Brodo seems to have gone back past Nova Gibson. Nova's going to fight him though once more in turn 1. Side by side. In so many moves around this corner. Still side by side. As Nova just edges out Brodo and L. Oh, Brodo with a late move is going straight on though.
Ooh,
And that'll allow Nova into P8.
You can't be doing that into turn 6. You cannot be doing that. That's not going to work. But Nova just playing it safe. Going for a little switchback. He's always going to have the better traction there. on this lap though, Jamal has got very close to the back of 10 plus. Might have made a mistake or two, but he's going to not close enough to make a move yet again on lap 25. 3 laps now to go. Both the drivers equally matched on the battery, but one has DRS. Copper Coin gets free some time penalty. We haven't seen a lot of penalties at all really. Only 2 drivers with them. Been very good on the track limits around China, but 10 plus Mr. Consistent at the front at the moment and needs to just keep gaining as much as he can before the big long back straight. But Jamal is going to try everything he's got in the last 2 laps.
Jamal practically matches his personal best lap time, which means 10 plus he'll be doing the same, pushing as much as he can. He's going to want to secure this race win, first of the season, as we've said multiple times. But Jamal is going to want to take it off him.
As I'm pretty sure that's James PT yet again. Spinning both of them, setting pretty equal to their personal best lap times. 10 plus only 7 hundredth down on his fastest lap time. So it just shows how consistent this guy really is, and what he's brought to China today has been phenomenal pace. All race long really. In qualifying, unlucky not to get pole because he only had 1 lap to get in. After his last 2 laps, just made too many mistakes, and that allowed James VT to grab it, who is currently down in P12 after a shocker really in the second stint. But 10 plus another lap on lap 27, 2 laps now to go, and 10 plus is still in the lead of this race.
Yeah, thank you to everyone that's joined the stream today. Just remember, highlights of this race will be uploaded to YouTube, as well as the standings and final race results will be posted on Discord. Driver of the day will obviously be announced on Instagram and Twitter.
As Lucas Charles is in charge, JCT is in the pit lane. I think we should be all good, but the Portuguese maestro, yeah, he's gaining still 7.5 tenths at the moment. He's been phenomenal on this occasion. He's both making a lot more, bit of a slower lap for these two, as nearly 3 tenths down on the personal best, but Jamal must have made a mistake or two as he's also lost a bit of time. Hopefully that car doesn't cause a safety car as it's coming back on track.
I think it's too
I think
late
it should
for
just
him.
park up and despawn.
Only be 1 lap to go after this, so
Yeah, it's too late.
safety car would come out, but here we go, on to the final
This
lap.
is a bug.
Can 10 plus make it his first win in FZR Season 5? We'll ride on board the whole lap.
Jamal is going to be pushing absolutely everything. There's only really one overtaking zone, but on this lap, Jamal, can he have the pace to try and get the lead back in the final few corners? Just 10. He's holding it on at the moment. 5 tenths is the gap.
Pulled away though,
As
6 tenths is the gap.
yeah, he's got to be so close on the final few corners because it's still 6 tenths. That might be close enough to try and make it into the final corner, but this is going to be very close. 5 tenths is the gap, both of them equally matched on the ERS, on the battery, and we'll see how close this one is going to get. But
He's pulled
wow.
away from Jamal on the corner before. I don't think Jamal's going to be close enough, so Alex, so over to you.
As yes, finally in Season 5, don't beat it like we've seen in Tier 2 in the final corner, but 10 plus in Season 5, he's waited 13 rounds to get this, He's won in every single season of FCNR Racing League. Templos, the GOAT, two-time champion, has won again finally in China. What a race for Templos. P1 has finally done it and he's back on top again. Templos in the Red Bull, he's winning races, he's back to winning form, but well deserved. Well done, Templos. He is back on top. What a great guy, great staff member. And that's a great 25 points to take over your team. Jamal, unluckily, I've got to say, it's been a fantastic race for Jamal. Gets P2, beats his teammate, and that's very good points for Ferrari as well. Phoenix is going back on the top of the championship, back on top of the prize pool, and is in P3. And Striker Boy, a good race on Striker Boy, very consistent in P4. Genator in P5, that's a fantastic result for a Tier 2 driver. Icky Robbo after a great comeback, who's quite far back for a long time. And Icky Robbo takes P6. Natch Paulin, also a Tier 2 driver, in P7. That's another great result for Mercedes. Nova Gibson's going to be kicking himself kind of not to be up there. It could have been really up there fighting Striker Boy maybe after his mistakes, but spun out and unfortunately dropped himself back a few positions, but still gets points. Brodo in P9 and Kevin Slice in P10, both of them grabbing points for McLaren, and the team principal will be happy with that, both Tier 2 drivers. And Coppercoin gets P11, unfortunately missing out on the points today, but Templos is the main story today. Driver of the day for sure. Consistency is key. Yet again, Templos is back on top.
Fantastic racing from Templos as always, and his hard work has paid off this time. He takes the top step of the podium here at Shanghai. Congratulations to Templos as we wait to see if there are a few interviews, and yes, there are. Got a couple of team principals in for you, as well as Phoenix, Brodo, and we'll wait to see if anyone else wants an interview. But here we go then, here are the standings for today.
I'm absolutely chuffed to bits for Templos. He's going to be over the moon. The Portuguese maestro is back on top in Season 5. It was surely coming. He's been knocking on the door in a few other rounds, getting pole position in his home race and unlucky not to win that. That was on the penultimate lap. He spun out to allow Lewis Piper to win, and that was at his home Grand Prix. But here in China, Templos has finally got that well-earned win, and is still he's still necessarily the champion. So the current champion setting up his defences at the front.
Right, are you ready for some interviews then? Yep.
Yep.
Right then, we will first of all bring in Phoenix from Ferrari.
Phoenix, you're going back to the top of the championship yet again. P3, I mean, unlucky with the second spin, but after that first one, a great recovery drive. But just give us your overall thoughts and feelings about the race.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a mixed emotions one today. It was my first one with me new wheel, so obviously I was actually alright with it for the most part. But yeah, just that first spin, I couldn't feel it go, and then the second one, it was just overcorrection off that curb, and yeah, the car was going sliding. But yeah, I was happy with the start. I had to jump Jamal, and then even the Striker Boy actually came through. Those mediums were much stronger than the hards. I couldn't do anything about that. And then yeah, it was a nice battling, to be honest. I don't really get to battle a lot of cars, so coming through the field was quite nice. And yeah, I was happy to be back up with the boys before lap 10. And then yeah, back in the lead, and as soon as I was in the lead, I just absolutely bottled it. So yeah, enjoyable race though, I'd say.
Yeah, there's a big battle at the front four. Unlucky for you not to grab the race with the stay. It's a great battle between my teammate and Templos, and unfortunately I couldn't join him up there. But on the new wheel, it's been a good race, respectively from the back of the championship as well, and back on top. So that's always good to see. And on to round 14, Bahrain. Quite a favoured one by many people, but just give us your thoughts on Bahrain.
I can do Bahrain. I can do Bahrain. there'll be less spinning at Bahrain, I promise.
Let's see. Hopefully, you can see yourself up there with another race win. I don't know if Lewis Piper will be back next week after. Unfortunately, yeah. But yeah, thank you very much, joining us.
Now we will bring in Genator, who was playing on an alt account, but still managed to get P5 in the end. Great result for Genator. Let's see what he has to say. Oh, never mind. Let's bring in the McLaren team. We've got 3 people to interview here. Good luck.
Oh, God. Here we go. We'll get them all in at once.
On 4, all 4.
Oh, wait, another one.
Oh, hello.
Hello, guys. It's a big interview today.
Oh, the old team's here.
The old team's in. Brodo P9, Kevin Slice P10. Both tier 2 drivers. Got some points on the board. Just give me your thoughts on the race. We'll go with who got the most points. Brodo, we'll go with you first.
Yeah, I need to say that I'm not happy about my whole day. And especially the qualification went all wrong. But just forget about that. I was a bit surprised that we didn't do a formation lap, but yeah, it's fine with that. Right in the first corner I spun, but I did my best, and of course with the strategy we made with the whole team, we ended up in the points, so I'm happy with the result.
Yeah, Kev, on to you, and just give us your thoughts as well. P10.
Yeah, likewise, quite surprised there wasn't a formation out. I don't think people were expecting it because quite a few people didn't start as quick as I thought they would have to start, so I don't know whether that was there for or not. But I was running in about P8 and I went a box and I had the wrong strategy for some reason. I went to soft, so I couldn't finish. So I then had to box again, so that kind of, I'll keep it PG, but effed me over. But I don't know if Coppercoin is listening, but thank you very much because he spun on the last lap, which made me get P10. So happy days, I guess. All good.
Yeah, team principal aspect. We interviewed you halfway through. He was both out of the points at the time, but P9 and P10 just gives your thoughts as well.
I think quick changes. It shows that quick changes, quick mistakes can lead to big things for the team, especially with 2 tier 2 drivers, and we're going in, getting P9 and 10 on a week on this track where the drivers aren't as strong as other tracks. We were lucky with the pit stop strategy with Kev because he was running up there in P8, maybe higher if the strategy would have been correct. But it showed we powered through that and then showed race pace on the softs for the couple of laps we wore them. And from there, just Brodo came back from a spin on lap 1, had a little incident with James, I think it was, after his spin, but he powered on through that, and in the end it led to some really good team points, my first as team principal as well.
Yeah, big improvements from Austin. Got your race engineer Phantom as well. Just give us your personal spot thoughts after race engineering the boys, McLaren.
They were rather well behaved, I'd say. Everything went to plan aside from Kev's strategy mishap there. It was a little messed up there. Obviously we had Coppercoin lagging, I heard.
Oh yeah, that was really bad.
I kind of expected just about what we got today, so it was all good.
Yeah, both tier 2 drivers on to Friday as well. Key race in tier 2. I'm pretty sure around there it's Austin again for you guys. But just give us your thoughts. We'll go Brodo first.
I practiced it a lot after the tier 1 race. I did some changes in my setup. So I hope I can finish on the podium again.
Yeah, good to hear. Kev, give your thoughts.
Yeah, so from the tier 1 race at Austin, I was looking pretty good until I spun, but I made good pace, didn't get the points, but hopefully I can bring that pace to Friday and manage something better from the tier 1 race. So yeah.
Yeah, onwards and upwards for McLaren. I think next season is mainly ours, and tier 2 is mainly to focus on for you guys. But yeah, thank you very much for all joining us today. Don't want to
Cheers,
elongate it
boss.
too long, but yeah, it's been a hectic one. But yeah, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Yes. Cheers.
Up the McLaren.
I think he's leaving at the end of the season.
Then we will bring in Genator from Mercedes. Let's work. this
Genator, I've finally got you in this time, thank God. But P5, surely you're over the moon with that. What a race.
Is on Defen.
He's on there.
While we're waiting, we will bring in Duras from Red Bull.
Deuce! A race win, finally. Just give us your
Finally.
thoughts on that race.
Unbelievable race. Yeah, it was Jesus Christ. I was like engineering Templars and thinking about a way to get past the Ferraris, and then Phoenix spun for the second time. That was like, okay, it is now. I'm 100% sure it's possible to win because Jamal isn't that fast as Phoenix. Then we were just worried about ERS. Templars had no ERS. Phoenix had a bit of it. I think he was around 30%. And we were worried about the last lap because Templars was pushing ERS until the last lap. He had like 12-13%, and Jamal had 35% on the straight, on the first DRS zone. First? No, second. I'm not sure which one. But then I saw Jamal couldn't overtake him in the second last turn, and I said to Templars, defend. Just defend the most you can into the last turn. Put that elbows out. Don't let him pass, and he won't get it through until to the finish line. And yeah, it was unbelievable. It's just finally a win after how many races?
13. 13.
Yeah,
it's been deserved. It's been deserved. Surely it's been deserved. Especially after Portugal and all the mishap there. You've come back today. 10 plus. We saw him in transfers before. I knew he was going to have the pace, but it was unbelievable consistency. He is driver of the day as well. But back on top in season 5, he's got a win in every single season, and that is your retaining champion. Here today, showing it again. Portuguese maestro, and hopefully next week we can see you back at top again in Bahrain. But yeah, do
I
us
have a
as
message
always. Oh, go on.
from Lucas Giles. Lucas Giles has the problem with his pedals, and he won't probably be racing anymore this season, which is sad. He won't be able to help out the team to get more points. But I think Constructors is already won by Ferrari. I'm not sure if there is any chance for Williams or Red Bull to get there. But yeah, the message from Lucas is he will be back stronger at the first race of season 6. So everyone should be prepared.
Yeah, good to hear. But yeah, Duras back on top. I'm
Yeah,
looking out to get
finally.
both drivers up there. But yeah, back on top. I mean, you're over the moon. Driver of the day, P1. You got a race win this season. But yeah, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure as always, and we'll see you next time out.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. As now, do we bring in Genator?
We'll try and bring in Genator for the 16th time.
Finally, Generator. I don't think you're there for this time, but P5, you should be over the moon. That's a fantastic result. Oh. Are we gone again?
Is he alive?
Anyway, just a quick note. Ferrari are now officially Constructors Champions in Season 5. It's been a great season for Ferrari, I've got to say. But, Generator, I think he's back again. P5. Are you here this time? Yes. Finally. P5, you should be over the moon. But good your thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's a good result, but I mean, EA had something to say about that. So, when I joined, or no, when like we started quali, I noticed that it seemed that my traction control was on full, so I went to go and check settings to see if there's like so I could just turn it to medium, and then it was like all the settings, like I couldn't change anything, and it just showed up. I think it was either the braking assist or steering assist, and it just said off, and like I had no idea what was going on. So I had DRS assist on, ERS assist on, full traction control, and gearbox on automatic. So I was skeptical whether I was going to get a single point, and so I qualified. I think was it P7, and it was nice that the game didn't give me an unfair 5-place grid penalty. And yeah, it was just people were spinning a lot. Phoenix, James, PT, Nova. So yeah, and then fuel played a role as well, because I started on 0.5 fuel, and for some reason, by lap 10, it was on 0.001 or something. No, not 001, 0.1. So I had to fuel save for pretty much like half the race. So I could have got P4 without the fuel issues. Like, I don't know why my fuel consumption was so big. I don't know if that was like a problem for everyone else, but yeah, I mean, with if the assists were like normal and there wasn't any like fuel problem. If it was a problem, I don't know. Yeah, and I'll ask like the other drivers if it like was really bad. But yeah, it could have been P4. But I mean, still P5. It's good points, and hopefully I think Mercedes is close to getting P8, or maybe it is in the constructors, because my teammate did pretty well as well. But anyway, yeah, at least it was some good points, and hopefully onto the next race, EA doesn't screw me over, and I actually have a well, yeah.
Yeah, Mercedes, as you said, I think they might be up to P8 in the championship, with that big boost of points, especially from the match as well. Both tier 2 drivers come in again. You've showed what you can do. Next season, it's going to be a pleasure having you full time as well. At Mercedes, you're definitely going to be needed for them guys full time. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, and we'll see you on Friday, hopefully in tier 2, after no issues, hopefully. But yeah, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Alright, thanks, sir.
Now it is time for your race winner, Templos.
Templos, you've finally done it. We're back on top again. Season 5, you've got your race win. That's a race win every single season in FZR. But you're back on top again. What a race. Driver of the day. But yeah, P1, what a race. It's good your thoughts.
Yeah, that was fun. Like, very close race between me and the Ferrari striker boy as well. So it was fun. Jamal almost took it in the last lap, but I had a decent gap, so I could manage it.
Yeah, I would say your team principal is definitely over the moon. But going to Austin next week, can you keep it up at the top?
It's Bahrain.
Bahrain. Oh yeah, Bahrain. I'm sorry, I got mixed up with tier 2.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hope we can keep the momentum. It's gonna be hard since China was a bit of a a different track because people don't usually run it as much as say Bahrain or any other track. So we're gonna try push for a podium at West, but we will see.
Yeah, I think definitely for the constructors wise, I think next season is mainly our aim, especially with Lucas not being able to attend as well. But it's been a pleasure as always. Durus, have you got any final thoughts?
We will be back.
Good to hear. But yeah, thank you very much, both of you. Pleasure as always. And we'll see you next time out. And thank you very much.
Well, there we go then. That rounds out round 13 of season 5. 10 plus is your winner here today. Make sure to join us for tier 2, where we'll be racing around Austin. So yeah, make sure you're there on Friday if you can make it. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you very much.